So it's day 9, and we go to the first of our bouts between Takamisakari. Here he is, known in the sumo world sometimes as Robocop. Here fights Oginishiki. It's to do with some bad knee injuries he's got, walks in a peculiar way. But he's got 5 wins so far, doing rather well. Was in the Makuuchi division before, didn't stay there too long. This is his 3rd Makuuchi bout, but previously he was in Judo division. So Takamisakari wins that one. That was his 6th win. And Oginishiki there bites the dust. So 2 arms round the chest. And that technique looked a bit like utchari. Not quite though. Well, he's a powerful wrestler, but he's had some very bad knee injuries, and that's held him back career-wise. Now Hamanishiki, who seemed to have hurt his thigh on day 7, here fights Wakanoyama. See if the thigh is going to hold up. He's got a big bandage around his right thigh there. See if he can handle the weight of Wakanoyama. Well, he didn't that one all right. No problems there. Just shoves him out with an oshidashi. Some excited fans. Around this, just past the midway point of the basho, wrestlers start to get a bit anxious if they're not near their 7 or 8 wins. They need at least 8 wins to maintain their rankings. If they're way off that, they start to worry. So here Daizen against Oikari. He's still fought twice before. Daizen's won 2 of them, or both of them. Well, Oikari had him on the run, but he got turned round and Daizen pushed him out from behind. Okuridashi win from Daizen, the local lad. The Rikishi who comes from Osaka. Now Takanowaka, now he's got 6 wins so far. He's doing extremely well considering his last tournament he only had 3 wins and had to drop out with broken ribs. Well, that was 2 months ago. So Kaiho comes out, drops his head low. There's Takanowaka there, throws in some tsupari. Kaiho hangs on in tight, but ends up in the audience. Well, he's certainly a sticky fighter, Kaiho, a bit reminiscent of the former Yokozuna Wakanohana. Stays in very close, regardless of the punishment that's being handed out. You can see there, Takanowaka almost punching his face with those tsupari. But Kaiho hangs on in there, tight. Tries that underarm throw, loses his grip, stays at the side, but it's the overarm grip of Takanowaka that's the most powerful, and just with one arm he sends Kaiho over the edge. Miyabiyama, who's at half strength, having missed 3 bashos in effect and some bad injuries, fights Tochisakae. Miyabiyama some 20 kilos heavier than Tochisakae. Seems to start well, but then he rapidly runs out of steam. Well, he manages to get round behind of Tochisakae there and used it well. Tochisakae unable to spin quickly round and face up to Miyabiyama again. So 5th win for Miyabiyama, and possible, still possible for him to get Kachikoshi. Now Shimotori, newcomer, this is his first basho. It's his birthday this basho, 24 years old, fighting Tamakasuga, veteran Tamakasuga, 29 years old. Been in pro sumo since, Makuuchi sumo I should say, since 96. 6 years of this top division sumo wrestling. Well, that's touch and go there. Now the referee's given it to Shimotori. Referees are required to instantly point to the person they think's the winner, but one of the judges has objected, and we'll see what happens. Case of who touches down first. Well, that looked like it was the lavender-coloured belt there, which was Shimotori. So the great Chiyonafuji there, although we shouldn't refer to him by that name any longer, saying that referee was wrong. He got it wrong. In fact, it was Tamakasuga's win. So black mark there against the Gyoji, the referee, and 5th win for Tamakasuga. And Dejima, said to sleep a lot. Sometimes looks a bit dozy. Well, that's not fair, actually. He was Ozeki. He had to fight his way up to there. So here fights Tamanoshima. They fought 3 times before. Tamanoshima's won 2 of those 3. And there's another one. Well, Dejima's not on form. Almost landed on top of Chiyonafuji there. So that was Tamanoshima's 4th win and 6th loss for Dejima. You can see there as Shimotori took his little bundle of money, he handed it to the Yobidashi at the corner of the ring to look after for him. Now we have Hamanishiki against Tochinonada. Hamanishiki close on the Shikiri-sen, the start line. Tochinonada some way back. Receives Hamanishiki's charge. Hamanishiki tries a little trip on the inside of Tochinonada's leg. Tochinonada tries a slap down. Now he tries a Karasukashi, but he loses it. He slides off the grip, and it's Hamanishiki who takes it. That's his 6th win. So he hurt his shoulder there, though. So 6th loss for Tochinonada and 6th win for Hamanishiki. Fortunately, no money for him. So wrestlers all get a monthly salary. At this level, they get, even the low-ranking Maegashira wrestlers get about £7,000 to £8,000 a month. Now we have Tosanoumi fights Kyokutenho. Kyokutenho on the left. Tall wrestler, not too heavy. Some good performances in previous basho, not doing too well recently. Only had 6 wins last basho. But he's got Tosanoumi on the run there and disposed of him rather well, rocking from side to side. Tosanoumi was unable to maintain his balance with those switches of direction. So that's 6th loss for Tosanoumi. And 2nd win only for Kyokutenho. His 1st win was against Takanonami. Certainly these sumo wrestlers, when they're on form, look on form. Their eyes, face look bright and alert. Other times when they're not on form, they look half asleep, particularly Yokozuna Musashi Maru. One or 2 of the others. Now it's Takanonami fights Wakanosato. They've fought 9 times previously. Wakanosato's won 6 of them. So Wakanosato locks in hard, drives with his head, got 2 arms round there. But it's the arm breaking hold, the kote nagi of Takanonami that takes the day. He likes to trap both arms, but if he gets one arm, he's quite happy with that. So he applies all the leverage on that single arm and flips him out with the kote nagi. So 5th win for Takanonami. And 5th loss for Wakanosato. Well, the Kotomitsuki, he won his only tournament win when he was a Maegashira wrestler. They say there's a jinx. They say any wrestler that wins as a Hiramaku wrestler, a Rikishi, that's to say a Maegashira wrestler, never goes on to do great things. And he certainly hasn't done too well. Well, he's certainly disposed of Asashoryu there. Asashoryu's legs just crumpled under that assault. Didn't seem to have affected him particularly. Certainly got a lot of attitude, that Mongolian. Hates losing and really fights hard. But Kotomitsuki just came out, kept him moving, and there's the legs go. There you see the legs crumble, see the power. Then they both dive into the air. That was interesting. They knew they were falling, so both took off a bit and just hoped that the other one touched down before them. So Kotomitsuki takes his 5th win. And Asashoryu his 4th loss. Now we have Otsukasa against Kaiho. These two have never fought before. Otsukasa's been in Makuuchi Sumo since '99, so he's a bit of experience. Last 2 tournaments, last 2 bashos, he'd had 8 wins each time. Kaiho at 170 kilos, Otsukasa some 20 kilos lighter at 150. Very careful start by Kaiho. Bit of gamesmanship going on here. So Otsukasa it is, who comes across the line faster. Kaiho goes for the arm lock throw there, the kotenagi, one we just seen a minute ago with Takanonami using. Both of them use this as their favourite techniques. Tricky move to resist that one, because your arms will get stretched, or an arm will get stretched or broken if not careful. So 8th win for Kaiho. And that was the 3rd loss for Otsukasa. Let's watch that one again. So Kaiho slams in with his shoulders, then he starts looking for the arm. You see, there's the arm. Joins his 2 hands together, throws all his weight against that arm, single arm, and spins Otsukasa over the edge, down the side of the dohyo. Musayama fights Kotonowaka. Well, Musayama looked as though he injured his shoulder yesterday when he was fighting Takanonami. See if it's affected him at all. Seems to be okay. Maybe just a passing pain. And Musayama looking powerful. He's got the bigger man on the run, and that's it. No escape for Kotonowaka. Driven to the edge, and Musayama stays in tight and hustles him over. So Yorikiri win there for Musayama. 6th win for him. 6th loss for Kotonowaka. And some Kensho money for Musayama. Musayama, one of 6 wrestlers from the Musashigawa stable, which includes Musashi Maru, of course, Wakanoyama, Buyuzan, and Miyabiyama. So there we see the Musayama crowding Kotonowaka in. Kotonowaka right to the edge now, nowhere to go, heels to the edge, and then over. Next bout is not this man, it will be between Akinoshima and Chiyo Taikai. Well, these two have fought 12 times, but Chiyo Taikai's won 9 of them. And Chiyo Taikai certainly seems to have gained in strength and confidence in this last couple of bashos. So that's it, dispatches Akinoshima without much ado. Straight push out, an oshidashi win for the Ozeki, Chiyo Taikai. And that was 6th loss for Akinoshima. Chiyo Taikai there, not looking too fussed about that one. Now we have Mongolian Kyokushuzan fights Tochi Azuma, who he's beaten only once previously. Tochi Azuma certainly looking stronger. Of course, he won the last basho. You say of Tochi Azuma, he needs to learn to use his shoulders more effectively when he's in close, pushing from side to side, like the now retired Kotonishiki used to do. Kyokushuzan's always capable of some rare technique, especially one from Mongolian sumo, but that was well, that was a nothing bout, that one. Tochiazuma just came up from the crouch down, a couple of pushes, and Kyokushusan went over the edge. So not much of a fight there from the Mongolian. That's his 8th loss, and Maki Koshi, so much worse than his previous basho when he had at least 6 wins and 9 losses, but he'll do worse than that this time by the time we get to the end. Well, that's a baseball coach there, quite a well-known one. O'Malley, his name is. Now we have the grand champion, Sashimaru. He became a Yokozuna in May '99. Generally, Yokozunas are expected to be strong and win for around a 5-year period, so he's got a way to go yet. Well, yeah. He's been Yokozuna for 3 years now, so he's only 30 years old. There's no reason why we shouldn't see a lot more of Musashi Maru. He doesn't have a lot of injuries. And here fights Toki, just locks in tight. And another convincing win by the Yokozuna, keeps him in the lead with 9 straight wins. That was the 3rd loss for Toki. Well, he's certainly looking powerful these days, it's Musashi Maru. Seems to take the odd break from the tournaments. Does badly, doesn't seem too fussed about it, comes back the next one out and does well again. So at the end of day 9, it's Musashi Maru in the lead with 9 straight wins, 1 step behind Kaiho with 8 wins and 1 loss. Behind him, Tochiazuma and Takanowaka with 7 wins and 2 losses, and then behind those, Takamisakari and Hamanishiki with 6 wins and 3 losses. Well, thank you for joining us. We'll be back tomorrow with the remaining days of the basho.